All right. Let's start. Y'all ready? All right, let's get it. So basically, I'm gonna go over what a lot of people do not understand. Basically, I'm about to crack into the details of how I use the marketplace and from what my perspective is on how I trade and the things are kind of obvious. I know what you guys are missing out on, and I had a couple of webinars up. The reason why I slowed down the webinars, because I figured that the more simple it is, the better it is gonna be for y'all. I didn't want to complicate it, but I'm about to give y'all one of my greatest tips. One of the things that made me successful, and why I'm always, flipping accounts the way I do. And the reason behind that is very simple. I understand the charts. I understand not to chase after these gaps. I understand when to trade and not to trade. I know what times I have to trade. I know when to be up and when to go to sleep. As crazy as it sounds, I only started not too long ago. Back in January is when I really started doing Forex. And I came pretty damn far because I self-taught myself. If your mic is live right now, can you mute it? Because I can't do it if I'm recording. Actually, I can. Alright, so I'm about to get into the main materials. First thing I want y'all to really understand, I want y'all to write this down. Time zone trading. Write down time zone trading. I want you to write down price action. I want you to write down back testing and multiple chart analysis. I want you to write down Asian session and London session. I want you to also write down New York session. Now, the reason behind that is because those are the main things I'm about to get into. Obviously, I'm going to give you some of most of the obvious things that I use on the chart, which is creating what you see here. Sometimes I'll go back and forth to looking at the chart like that to basically just going naked, having nothing on my charts. But I know what times to trade these naked sessions. I know when to get in, when to get out. And the reason behind that is because of time zone trading. So I want to go over that right now. As you know, the market is closed. And I also want y'all to know I'm not trading this week after NFP. I never trade a week after NFP. Sometimes I do, and I always regret it. Oh yeah, another thing I want y'all to write down is supply and demand. I'm going to go over that today too. Alright, so let's get into it. Time zone trading. For one, I trade within the Asian session at 3 or at 4 GMT. So as you can see, there's always going to be a move at 3 or 4 GMT. There was actually a reversal that happened at 3 GMT at the close, and it took off in the midweek. Right here. It went up. It went down, consolidated, it's going to go back up. But the point is that there was a big candle that formed at 3 GMT, which is right here. And the reason why I could figure that out is because when I first started realizing chart time zone trading, nobody else is doing that. And I was like, if I could figure out every single time that these candles move within a day, I could be successful. Nobody else would think like that, and I was really the only one that went out there and figured that shit out. But anyways, 3 GMT is a candle that moves. Now, I'm going to go back and try to figure out as many 3 GMTs as possible. You have one right here, big candle, because the day starts at 00 GMT. The market will always go into consolidation every single day and then break out at 3 GMT or 4 GMT. And if it runs a little late, it runs a little late. But it usually happens at 3 GMT or 4 GMT. Like I said, first breakout, if you got in on this trade and it has some pullback, most likely it did, you could have got an equivalent of 2,850 micros. I'm cutting in and out. Damn. If I'm cutting in and out, don't worry, it's recorded, so the recording will be clear. Ain't nothing I can do about the internet situations. This is the way how my internet is set up right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get back into it, so I'll just get straight into it, get the recording up, and give it to you guys ASAP. So at 3 GMT, we have our breakout. Like I said, we could have caught over 2,000 micros, which is equivalent to 200 pips. Remember I told you guys it's easy to get a 1K day? The reason behind that is this all happened in one day. And this is for Euro USD. If I had one standard here and I rolled this up from Asian till the end of New York, I would have made over $2,860. I mean, it's pretty simple to get a crazy amount of pips in the marketplace every single day. If you guys can hear me, type yes or no. Alright, so we got some no's, some yeses. Alright, that's understandable. Alright.
How you doing, Jordan?
Alright, yeah, the sound sucks. My bad. I don't know what to do about that.
Yep.
Alright, so anyways, there's also moves outside of the boxes. Want to go over that as well. We do understand that the move at 3 GMT, at 4 GMT happens within the Asian session, which is this blue box. I'm going to load this template up for you guys there inside of the group. This right here, every day, the market, like I said, is going to start at 00 GMT. One thing you do is put on your day breakers, push Control Y if you have a Mac. At 00 GMT, the candles will consolidate, and at 3 or at 4 GMT, chart time, the candle will break out. Outside of the box, you will have a move, which will be 7 GMT and 13 GMT. Those will be the moves outside of the boxes. As you can see right here, 13 GMT and 7 GMT. Or they could be the moves outside of the boxes. You gotta realize that there's gonna be a reversal pattern every single day outside of the box. And with those moves, you can actually get pips. This was another way how I also became pretty much successful. Right here, until New York session started, at the end of the box, could have got 1,000 micros. That's another $1,000. Easy. 15 GMT starts right here. New York session is open, another reversal pattern. Could have tipped that up for another 1,000 micros. 1,500 micros total. Yes, standard lot. So, I mean, that's really, really how I get so much crazy in my flips. I load my account with $200 with a 1-3,000 leverage with Forex Glory. I don't recommend that broker no more. But, yeah, I mean, I'll just do this every single day. And I'm like, all right, this is boring, but, you know. Q even mentioned to me the other day, yo, Ryan, sometimes when you trade, it's going to be boring, but boring trading is actually, it's expert trading. It's true, but damn, like, just being patient, waiting for the setups. Like, the moves are really, really clear. 15 GMT move, 3 GMT move outside the box, move again right here outside of the box, move right here before the box opens, consolidations, 3 GMT right here. You have another move directly outside the box right here, as you can see, at 8 GMT. There's a move right here at 8 GMT. Get familiar with time zone trading. I want you guys to like really, really highlight that in your notes. 8 GMT, 8 GMT, 19 GMT, well, 22 GMT. I'm gonna explain why I always look at 19 GMT. I call it half New York. I'm explaining that in a little bit. But moves outside of the boxes. Get familiar with it. It's gonna be basically a lot of money in that. A lot of money. Right here we have the New York session in reverse. When Harini went down, Little breakout right here at 3 GMT. In reverse at 5. Went down. This is the beginning of London. At 10 GMT. Move outside of the box. I got into the supply zone. Market goes down. Another reversal outside of the box. Market goes down. 3 GMT. Market goes up. Move outside of the box. Market goes up. NFP. NFP right here. Reversal outside of the box. All up in the supply zone consolidation. Usually at the NFP, the market consolidates. So I'm going to go back a little bit so you can see more moves. Let's go with this M. I use Forex Broker Incorporated. And I also use Traders Way. You can see it right here. Forex Glory, Traders Way, Forex Broker Incorporated. I don't recommend Forex Glory no more though. You're welcome. Alright, so back to this. 3 GMT moves outside of the box. Like, it's really easy, guys. 3 GMT right here. Move goes up. You know, you don't have to trade all of it and just get some money, get out. If I did high volume, I did 5 lots right here, I would have came up $1,000. Because for every 20 macros, for every 20 pips, which is equivalent to 200 macros, it's $1,000. If you guys didn't know that, don't go out there and start throwing 5 lots. If you can't do it, don't do it. I do it because my account can hold it. Does that make sense? I get in and out of trade when I know the trend is going to be over or when the market is about to do a reversal pattern. Meaning, if I am trading Asian session and I don't see no reversal pattern happening after 3 or 4 GMT, I'm going to let that ride until I do see the reversal pattern by doing one thing, counting my levels. BK, you know how to count your levels? BK? All right, well, let me show you a quick example of counting levels. Perfect. Right here. Let's just say I got in a reversal at the 3 GMT. Well, this is 15 GMT right here. I can identify that without even looking with a crosshair. Anyways, 15 GMT right here. Reversal pattern. 1 level, 2 level. The market did not have a 3rd level because if you're doing an M, I just want you to know if it's an M, you don't really trade in the middle. The middle, anything can happen, levels don't count in the middle. Reversal pattern outside of the box, did a big candle, 40 got retraced, only went up. 3 levels. Actually, it is 3 levels. Reversal right here. 1, consolidation counts as a level. 2, 3, reversal outside of the box, drops 1 level, consolidates, 2nd level, consolidates, 3rd level drop. If you don't know how to count your levels, I have a whole bunch of videos on levels. I don't really want to get into levels too much because I can cover a lot more things. When I get in the trade, I get in on trade on the reversal pattern, bro. And 30 chart, I'll get in on the reversal. Or I'll get in on the H1. Right here, you have a Morningstar pattern. Doji, candle rises, reversal pattern. H1, it looks like this. A railroad. This is a big candle replicated. I get it on reversal patterns. If you don't know your reversal patterns, there's the file section in the group that talks about reversal patterns. There's a lot of reversal patterns. But I do the highly reliable ones, which is either railroads, Morningstars, the evening star patterns. Those are the only real reversal patterns that I focus on. Railroad, 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 evening star pattern, evening star pattern, another railroad, railroad, evening star pattern, morning star pattern, This is when you start like really looking at reverse patterns, you understand it. Anyways, let me get back to it. Back to time zone trading. There's a move right here. It's 15 GMT, the market reversed, coming out of consolidation. I can tell this was consolidation because of the little to no movement. The market was in an uptrend, so I wouldn't be taking the sells. I know this was an uptrend. I will not be taking the sells. I'll be taking only the buys. Let me zoom out so y'all can see this uptrend. Right here. Just that the market consolidated really, really nasty. It did an end to the high and reverses. The W's are to the low. Move outside of the box, market goes up. We have a reversal at 3 and 4 GMT. Market was consolidating. If I realized that my profits were going negative and I didn't see any gains, guess what I would do? Close out. Even though I would have caught about 127 pips, but I would have been negative in fluctuation. And I would have just broke even right here and only caught this. And without thinking that the market was still going down, this is why you don't take the sells in the uptrend, I would have got trapped. Now, if I took the buy at the 5 GMT mark, I would have been in profit. So moral story, take the buys on the uptrend, don't take the sells. And if it's a downtrend, take the sells, don't take the buys. Like, that's as simple as that gets. Once again, move outside of the box. Have another move right here at 5 GMT, I bet. Alright, 4 GMT right here. Market drops. Like, it's really easy to catch pips, man. 14, 15. Reverse pattern, market barely moved anywhere. This is New York session open. Could have gotten another 898 micros. This is 19 GMT coming outside of the box. Kind of right here. I call this half New York. Could have rolled that. Another 100 micros. Move right here at 3 GMT. Morningstar pattern. Could have rolled that for another 30 pips, 303 macros. One standard, $300. Easy. Easy shit. Right here, like I said, me and Q caught this trade. I think I put 2 lots. He put, I forgot the fuck he put. He put some crap. But he got it all the way at the top. 691 macros to close the candle, and if you wrote it down, you could have caught 808 macros or 80 pips. I got a couple of G's off of that. It actually was like 1,600 really. I forgot I was using it in multiple charts. Move right here because it did an M. Honestly, I want y'all to really write this down. If you see an M or a W, M's remember again, M's are to the high, W's are to the low. If you see an M, only catch the last legs. Don't chase the middle. If you can do the first leg, okay. But if you can do the middle, don't complain if you get in the negative or anything like that. You don't want to trace the middle. I want y'all to type yes if y'all really hear me on that. Because I used to be the retarded one. I'd be like, yo, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go chase the middle. You know what I would do? Chase the middle, leave the selling. I'm like, oh shit, it's a breakout. It's at the high. You know what's going to happen? The market's going to keep going down. You just start thinking retarded. You know why? Because the market's just going to go back up. You would have missed out on all of this. You would have been back in your negative, panicking, not knowing what the hell is going on, because it's now doing a double top. And then you would have been in profit all the way down here. Sometimes the market would do a double top and then shoot all the way up to here and then do another double top. So we'll do a double top up here. The market did 4 hits to the high, by the way. When in reverse. But anyway, so it's a different topic. You would have been up here, then you would have been negative. So let's just say you went high value thing is a midweek. You'll be out here 33 pips, 34 pips negative, and then you will be like, what the hell happened? Below the count or whatever the case may be. Don't chase it. Get out of it. Leave it alone. Take a negative. Take a loss. Get out. Just take the last leg. The last leg's only. And in rare situations, you're going to have an M. And sometimes you see some retarded shit. Like, this M literally did another M inside of it. You know, sometimes you're going to have those hits in the market. This was the ultimate high, though. This was just another high that it hit. And then it fell. But whatever. Back to reversal patterns outside the boxes. Like, moves are just that simple. Like, I can't. Let me do something. Moves are just so easy. Like, you're going to get bored of trading. Like, for real, for real. I can't make this any more easier for y'all. 3 GMT move right here. Market drops. That's a $1,000 day. You know why? Because not only did the market drop during the Asia session, outside of the box, it gave you another reversal. And this was only the first level. Actually, no, this is the second level. First level right here, consolidation. Second level, consolidation. Third level. Hey, this is retardedly easy. There we can see it. Move again. Remember, this is 7 GMT to 13 GMT. Move happened at 9 GMT. You're just waiting for the reversal outside of the box. Moves are outside of the box. I'm going to write it. Big ass letters. So when y'all watch the recording, you know, y'all really inquiry. And I'm going to put time zones. This is all you're doing. 3 GMT, 4 GMT, 7 through 13 GMT. And then you're trading from 10 GMT. Well, you're really trading from 10 GMT through 19 GMT. These are all your times that you need to trade. I'm going to point them out. 3 GMT, reversal. Now there's a new session of trading, which is between these two boxes, which happened right here at 9 GMT, move outside the box, reversal. Right again, move outside of the box. 7 GMT, 13 GMT. You're trading from 10 through 19 GMT. So let's go look for 10 GMT right here. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 GMT. This candle after the reversal. 19 GMT is all the way over here. That's where you get out for the day. You don't trade after 19 GMT until the Asia session starts again. Is this easy to y'all? I'm gonna do a trend line in a little bit. BK, what's not easy? This is confusing. Because this is as simple as it gets, bro. Like, if you can't understand this, I don't know. Like, this is the easiest thing in trading. I bet you not a lot of people even know about this. But, would you recommend to use the same? You could do any pair you want, Jerry. It all is the same time zone, same everything. It just I won't really be trading the so tired Greece situation. I actually will just wait till the markets calm down. Reversal on June 22nd. June 22nd. Right here. Short term memory loss, I swear. 19 GMT, June 22nd. Around here, basically, I just call this half New York. If the trend was going up during New York session, this is really continuing part of London, which is right here. So I'm just calling it half New York. Half New York means if the trend was going in a bullish trend at 19 GMT, usually the market just reverses. And it closes out, and then it goes to consolidation at 5. And your next move, we have 3 GMT, then cashing more moves. It's a little trick. Sometimes I just like, okay, market's been going up bullish all through London. Wait till 90 GMT hit, and just, place the opposite direction. After the close of the candle, do not just jump into the sell or buy. Like, if you know for sure it's going to do it, you can do it. No wait for reversal during ASIS session. Sometimes. I mean, my level of trading is different from y'all, so y'all know. Sometimes, honestly, I just know the time is going to do a reversal, and I'm just getting on trade before the reversal even happens. Don't do that. I don't recommend you do that. I do it because I really feel my charts. Like, I connect with this shit. Like, but for y'all, I'll wait for the end of the reversal pattern just to be safe. I've been doing this for a while, so. I'm about to do some price action. Have some fun with this. You can trade a strategy during news. Hell yeah. It's even better during news. It goes with the trend. But as a price action, I'm about to get involved with that. Like, I'm telling you, this webinar is going to be long, but at the same time, it's going to be short, but at the same time, it's going to be so simple. But let's get into some price action. You understand these reversal patterns, so, incur these charts. Let's do price action. All right. We will start with strong resistance. I'm going to go naked. I feel like doing some naked trading. Hell yeah. I like my charts naked. All right, let's do this. Trend line from the high, you will notice 2 things. Consolidation. When consolidation happens, it will go right through the trend line. Realize now there is no trend. Consolidation means no trend. It legit went through the trend line. So now, you understand this was the high? We also marked the 7 GMT, 19 GMT for y'all. So, y'all straight. 7 through 13. 7 right here. Alright. So y'all just have an idea. If I'm doing naked trading, I just do this, honestly. Put my markers, 7, 13, 3 GMT. Like, it becomes ridiculously easy. I do a whole bunch of crap. Anyways, and I know this is also market open by the gap. Just started Sunday. Alright, so we have the trend. It's coming from the high. It's going down. It did $3 a drop. I understand that there's strong resistance right here. And I also definitely understand that all of this is now a strong demand zone. So this is what the market tells me. If that's the demand zone, price is going to be demanding at a certain point. A market gap down. It did a 4th level hit from the high. So we got the high right here. Let me zoom out. This was the ultimate high. This is where the market reversed. This is the first level drop. Let me take this off real quick. So I understand when to get into a midweek reversal. First level drop was right here. Second level drop is right here. Strong consolidation. So people think this is going to go into a buy. Guess what? You're wrong. It's not. And the way how you can determine that is doing this. This is the second level. Believe it or not, this wick. Alright, we're getting it. Believe it or not, this wick right here is the third level drop. The market can reverse at 3 hits, but you always expect the fourth. This wick, once again, would have been your third level drop. This is your fourth. That's why the market reversed. And you're also going to notice, like I said, when the trend line is going in the trend and the market consolidates, the trend line is no longer valid. So you know what you do at that point? You delete your trend line. 1, 2, 3, fourth hit, market takes flight. And we call that game week reversal. That's all you're doing every single week. It's really that easy. Everybody understands the midweek reversal before I move on? Okay. Anton? I know Anton definitely understands the midweek reversal. It's actually fun when you start drawing naked for 2 reasons. You can be able to trade on your mobile phone. I recommend an iPhone if you have an Android. You can't really draw trend lines or any of that stuff, which kind of blows, but it is what it is. Yeah. So we understand the midweek reversal. Now that we have a midweek reversal, once again, this is the grease bullshit. I did not trade none of this. I didn't even trade NFP. I did not trade none of this stuff. This makes no sense to at all to trade. Yes, it's volatile, but look what's happening. It's retarded. For one reason, you gotta know when to just have your patience. This was the uptrend. Market consolidated, and then it reversed. Notice it reversed with 1 level rise. Makes no sense. It really don't. So at this point, when the market is doing something like that crazy, I'm gonna think in my head, hey, market potentially, could go up. I just don't know. There's no determining what the market's gonna do. That's why all the brokers, have the high leverage restriction taken away and lower everybody's leverage to 100 and 150 and all this weird shit. Yeah, sure, my trend line's on a wick. You just gotta know when to trade and not to trade. This made no sense for me to trade. Yeah, I could got pips. Hey, Ryan, you're gonna miss out on money. Yeah, okay, it's okay. There's always gonna be opportunity in the market. Don't matter what day of the week. There's always gonna be opportunity in the market. But when stuff like this happens, just chill. Go do something else. Demo, practice, do something. But all of this is just retarded to me. For one example, here we go. Market rises. There's a reversal at 3 GMT, 4 GMT right here, whatever, 3 GMT. Market reverses, goes up. Like I said, 2,000 micros. Could have took the trade. Gets to this new level high. Notice it respects the reversal over here. Okay? That's why resistance, the top is called resistance, the bottom is called support. Notice this bottom piece right here was the double middle of this M. That's why price action, is sick. You can actually draw a trend line from the high because of the gap. It fills. It tries to break it, goes back down, wicks out, tries to break it, boom, boom, market just collapsed. Consolidation. When the market price is about to break the trend line, when it's closing the gaps, it usually does a breakout. It takes a big candle to break through the trend line. Doesn't matter if it's going up or down, but if it goes sideways, there goes your trend. It's once again broken through consolidation. Does everybody understand price action? That's all price action is. An analysis that you do with a trend line, support, and resistance line. It's really that simple. You draw it on the wicks. Zoom out, draw your price. Mark it, understand it, back test it, practice it. Because all you're doing is really like determining where price is going to go. It's true chart flow. You understand time zone trading. That's one of the biggest tips I could give y'all. Price action. That's basically all I do to trade. Price action, time zone trading, catching these reversal patterns. I want you to write down, matter of fact, no, I'll write it down. I'll write down the reversal patterns I look for. But I'm going to write this so you guys can take notes. So you can do this. This is step 1, count levels. Step 2, I look for RRs. I look for morning stars and evening stars. That's about it. And evening star patterns. Those are the only patterns that I really, really look for. Railroads, morning stars, evening stars. And then the move outside of the box. That's all you need to really be successful trading. As crazy as it sounds, all that stuff that you see going on, everybody talking about, this is all you need. This is the basics. Keep it simple, and you will stay in profit. A railroad is a engulfing pattern, dark cloud. Basically. I use the H1, so you see that a lot more often than any other pattern. When I do trend lines, I really don't wait for confirmation candle. Sometimes I'll just get in once it hits the trend line if it's about to close, because I use the camel counter. Let me load that up to see it on this chart. But like I said, my trading style is a little different from y'all trading style. But for y'all, I'll wait till the close of the candle, man. Wait for the close of the candle. 1000%. Wait for that reversal pattern to hit, and then get on that trade. BK, I draw from the wicks. I will never draw from the body. I like my candles fully extended with the perfect slope. Perfection. I'm a Virgo. I am very organized. Definitely draw off the wicks. You might understand why I draw off the wicks. Once upon a time, at that wick, on a smaller time frame, that was a candle. On a higher time frame, it's a wick. Write that down. On a smaller time frame, that's a candle. On a higher time frame, it's a wick. That's how I draw wicks. Anybody got questions? If you got questions, type it. Talk. Oh, I'm 24, turning 25 in September. And I've only been training for 6 months. And everything that you know, that you see here is, I self-taught myself. Nobody taught me nothing. I ain't really taking my else's advice. Always stick with that one quote to myself. You want something done, get it done yourself. If you want it to be done right. Yeah, man, only 6 months. I started basically October 31st, binary options. I did it for 2 weeks, quit it in November. December, I took a break, didn't have the money to invest. Then it was only making $750 a month at my job, which I was able to walk away from because I made more than my hiring manager my second month alive. Anyway, so I demoed Forex in January. February, I joined War 3 Associates. I already knew majority of that stuff that they were talking about anyways because of the group I was with. I was very lucky to get involved with a group, a whole bunch of 6-figure earners to 5-figure earners. And that's how I met Brandon, Newburn, Steven, Miguel, and a couple other 6-figure earners in there. But they were doing binary options. I just didn't really understand the Spirey game because I didn't understand Forex. And in the back end, it would really be about Forex, but they would do binary on the side. And it was a binary group. Long story short, back in January, I was using their method of binary options to do Forex. So I was having 1K days back to back. I joined Word 3 and I was trying to learn their stuff, and I went live thinking I was going to be the shit. I produced $6,000. But I got addicted. I was trying to chase the money back. It was horrible. So in February, I took a break at the last week, and I was like, let me get back to my basics. I went live. I didn't do no demo. I was very ignorant. In March, I went live, and I made back all my money plus more. And that's what I developed to really understand the chart. I already understood parts of the chart, but I really, really understood the chart. And I'm gonna be real. The only reason why I figured that out is because my ego was high. So you know what I did? I was like, let me figure out just if I can understand when a reversal pattern happens, I'm be able to kill it. So I went to go look at reversal patterns. And I went to go look at Steve Merle's video about levels. I watched the first couple seconds of that. I was like, you cannot be serious. It's that easy. I closed out a video and went back to killing the charts, and I just started having 2K days instead of 1K days, and it just got really, really, really ridiculous. That was March. And I actually told Marco about how I've been trading. He got successful doing it. Q, Rico, yeah, was in the chat. We all came up pretty sick. And I just decided to teach more people about how I traded, and everybody was starting getting results. It got really, really wild. And then from there, Forever in Profit came along one day because me and Q was like, yo, shit, we're forever in profit. We was catching movie reversals like they were nothing. And we understood the game. And we got bored. We really got bored of trading because we understood how the markets flow. We understood that at the bottom, there would be a W, and at the high, there would be an M. It's really that simple. 3 levels of rise, always expecting a fourth. Same thing with reversal patterns. 3 levels of rise, always expecting a fourth. 3 levels of drop, always expecting a fourth. Or 3 levels of drop, always expecting a fourth for a reversal. And we always look at the H1 chart, and I'm always telling me, hey, look, it's on the M30. And it just became fluent. I was like, yo, Forever in Profit, let's run it. And then we made a group, and I was like, damn, bro, the market makers ain't got nothing on us. we got a little cocky. And ever since then, it was like, yo, this is teach people. And that's where basically we're at now. Just teaching guys stuff that I put time into. Nobody really knew about my failures, but to be real with you, I felt hard. And that was only February. All my failures were in February. And that's where I did some markups. Some people stole my information. They were claiming it was theirs. And I was like, that's funny because they would talk about what I was trying to teach and they would talk about it all wrong. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But I'm about to show y'all a little something on a higher time frame. And what y'all don't also know, I didn't really sleep in February. I only had like 2 hours of sleep every single day. Lost a relationship, friends, people, it was just crazy. So, y'all going through sacrifices, it's normal, it's just a path. But once you understand trading, it's benefiting you at the end of the day. But let me go clean up this chart, and let me show y'all some real shit. Alright. You understand? My supply zone is gray. My demand zone, which is down here, is gray. This is 200 EMA. The 400 EMA. No, actually SMAs. My bad. Simple moving averages is the SMA. Let me go to the monthly chart. I always tell people, like, yo, if you're really trying to understand the trend, and you're really, really trying to understand the game, look at the monthly chart. You understand why the market does what it does and what is it really trying to do. Example, I cleared up my chart. Understand that we're at the monthly chart. We had a reversal right here on the monthly. That's the second level. Third level drop. And you're probably like, how is that a third level? Consolidation, candle right here. We have a reversal. Market is trying to go up. You know what it's doing? Consolidating. That tells me your USD is supposed to be an uptrend. So now that I understand that the market's trying to go up and it's consolidating, I understand that the market is going to do a whole bunch of weird shit. For an example, I am now on the weekly chart. I see a M. That means in the following week, the market still has levels to drop to this level or to the bottom up here. So the market falls down, and I understand that the weekly is, is showing an M. The daily chart is most likely going to be showing an M, meaning that the market is trying to go back down. Now we have this Greece situation. Markets are not stable. This is why we have one big candle and this weird movement. Go to the H4 chart. We see the gap. This is Greece. Let me highlight Greece. Remember we was talking about wicks earlier? The wick was candles once upon a time. This is on the H4 chart, meaning on the H1, you're going to have a candle there. And 30, we have more candles. So you can tell right there. There we go. We got a Vic, which is a whole bunch of candles that was inside. Anyways, this is Greece. H4, we understand that there was an M. Clear reversal. Super clear reversal. Bang. Reversal is super clear. So the market drops. As a time zone trader, you can't really do it on this. It doesn't work. H4 times does not work for time zone trading. literally be shooting yourself in the foot trying to figure that out. I already tried. Well, let me shut that off. Alright, so basically that's the H4 chart. So we go back to H1, and then we see the trend. H4, your true trend. Market reversed, market went up, market reversed, market went down. Market went reversed right here, market went down. Market reversed, shot down a little bit, then an M. Morningstar drops. Some people take the trades right here at the neck. They try to get in a position right here, drops, could have caught pips. Let's say this is filled position, could have caught 1,500 micros. One standard lot, that's a $1,500 day. Like, it's really, really easy. My bad, bro. The recording is gonna be clear. Let me do this. My mic be tripping, man. Or is this the internet? I don't know what it is. I got the new MacBook. Can't really figure this out. Damn. Did my computer freeze up? Are y'all here? Alright. It's bugging out. I was like, fuck. Alright, does anybody got questions? Kind of kept it simple as hell. That's a template. If you plug in the other videos, you plug this in, the moves outside of the boxes, there's no excuses if you're not catching pips. I just did it on Euro USD, which is the most volatile chart in Forex. If you can do this on Euro USD, you can do this on any chart. I use the H1 to draw my trend lines and all that other stuff, T. And 30, you can draw it on there too. It doesn't really matter, but I recommend the H1. If you draw on the 30, it's just you're getting more candles instead of wicks. Oh shit. That's all it really is. I'm trying to do it on 30 right now, and my computer's like freezing up weird. So your H1 is gonna be like wicks and stuff. You can't even draw a trend line right now. It's like horrible consolidation. Like, I tried. When the market is consolidating and strongly consolidating, the template I'm gonna load in a group. I'm just gonna put it up now. I can snatch that. I change my templates up every now and then because I get bored of looking at the same template. Yo, my computer is dirt slow right now. Probably I'm not tired. Shit, I'm hungry. Any questions? Anybody got questions? Cause believe it or not, the training is done. That's how simple it was. And that's all I do to trade. Like literally, I do this every single day. Same thing. Oh, I said the training's done. People jump off. All right, now y'all got questions? Sure. Then you go fetch the file. Hold up. A whole bunch of stuff. I got the recording, so we'll post it. Recording gonna be junk. I'm still calling it the. I don't know. I don't even know what to call this template right now. You know what? Speaking about what I had as templates, I'm actually gonna go delete some of my old templates so y'all don't get confused. Yeah, if you got questions, you can inbox me. Just watch the videos. Like really try to understand it. No, I'm just gonna clear up some shit. I haven't been on here in a minute. You're welcome, Anton. The new template is basically just the cleanup version of supply and demand. It's the firm and profit normal template. I just made it more visible with the blue boxes. Moves outside of the sessions because sometimes, man, if you fall asleep, you want things to pop on your screen because falling asleep and mixing trading, it's horrible. Like, there's so many times I'll knock out while trading and wake up, miss the whole move. Never ever ever chase the reversal. If you see the reversal happen and that candle is already closed and you already missed the second candle after the reversal, don't get in on the reversal. I mean the way later on reversal, because it's not gonna give you any profits the way how you want it. And if it turns on you, you're gonna go negative. So you're basically trading negative. And it's not gonna be good. I get impatient sometimes and just, I'll go do binary options, but I don't want to even talk about that. I started doing binary options again on the side, and I'm not going to teach it. All right, so anybody else got questions? I'm pretty sure somebody has to have a question. I mean, there's 23 people here. Do y'all not understand something? Y'all need help in something? Anything? If not, the webinar is over. And I'm just going to start uploading the video so I can get it on the website. All that fun stuff. Probably won't do it till Sunday or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to try to do it tonight if I don't fall asleep. I got to be up like 4 hours to head out. Pretty sure I went over everything. Let's just go look at another chart. Oh, I trade Euro CAD, I trade Euro AUD, I trade Euro JPY, I trade CSH. Basically, all these charts you see here is what I trade. These are my trading charts. Except for GBP USD. I just have it there just because. Oh, and the moves outside of these sessions with GBP USD, you can see a little way more different. I mean, it's there, but look at the wicks. Like, you're playing around with an account that you're not going to want. It's a risk. This shit is too volatile. So I don't even like trading GBP. The same moves do happen, but there's a lot more wicks. So you're going to see your account go negative for no damn reason, and you're going to be pissed off. USD CAD, that's the chart I started from back in the day. And that's the chart I always recommend. Same thing, moves outside of the boxes. More reliable to the 15 GMT. It's more smoother. I mean, damn, this is FMOC right here. Rest in peace to the buyers, because people probably thought it was gonna go up. Anyways, even though it had a nice ass Morningstar pattern, but moves right here outside of the box, inside of the box sessions. Let's go look at some of this shit. 16 GMT reversal. Oh, and it weighs a lot less on UC. So when I trade this chart, I usually double up in value. Instead of going 5 lots, I'll go 10. Or if I'm going a lot, 1 lot, I'll go 2. But yeah, I'll just stick to, using 1 lot. When you see a chart moving too little in value, you go higher on your lots. That's all it really is to a smoother chart. The spread is a lot higher, but it's a lot smoother. You want to get the pips that you want, double up on your value and get out. You only need about $500 to $1,000 a day. I'm showing y'all how to do $500 to $1,000 a day. Obviously, results may vary because, some people just won't follow these directions. Some people will. Those that do will reap the benefits. Those that don't, you already know what's up. USD CHF, this is another great chart. Moves outside the boxes. Or when candles are between the 200 and 400 moving averages, they consolidate. Move outside of the box, took off. W. See right here? You only trace the last leg. This is why. Holy shit. Damn. I haven't been trading this chart in a minute because I've been focusing on Euro. But 2,002 macros, 2,000. If I have 5 lots here, that's $10,000. And that's then a day. 19 GMT move, I bet. 18 GMT. 19 was the close of that reversal replication. Takes off. Damn. I'm depressing myself. Nah, man. You double up the lot size only if you're trading a chart that doesn't give a lot of pips. Like UCAD, if it doesn't give you a lot of pips compared to moving like 1,000 macros, you would double up on the value. I'm used to trading charts that give out a lot of pips. So that's why if I want to reach a goal and I am entering at the right time, I'm going to trade with double size value. If your account can handle it, I suggest it. If it doesn't, I don't suggest it. Oh, shit. You can hear me? Alright. If you're trading UCAD or any chart that is basically slow in movement of pips, you will double up in your value of your lot size. So if you're trading a 0.5, you trade a 0.10 just to hit a goal. A lot more quicker than what you do for like 2 days bought out. Because basically, honestly, with UCAD, it moves slow. It moves, but the pips is slow. And you're trading the USD first, so it converts over. If you trade USD second in the pair, you get what you see on the screen. So, it does the conversion rate if USD is first. Damn. All right. So, anybody else got questions? Moni seems excited. Hit me up with those questions, man. You're welcome, bro. Hey, I thought I would never say this. I want a thunder. Like, I need an energy drink. Shit. I'm tired as fuck. But I got stuff to do still. Anybody got questions? No? Webinar could be done? Type yes. I need to know because I want to just close up the webinar if you got questions about anything, levels, patterns, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to knock it out. You're welcome. You're welcome. I guess it's that simple. Yeah, that's all I do to trade. It's really that simple. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Yeah, it should be that way because it's really that simple. If you see strong consolidation, just don't trade. Just you can look for another chart to trade, and if you don't see another chart to trade, just it happens. You can't trade. You can't trade consolidation. You could trade it, but don't trade it. You're welcome, T. Hell no. I do not go to that 1 minute chart. I do not go to the 5 minute, and I don't go to the 15. Well, I do go to the 15 just to see the pillars crossing. That's it. Everything else is M30 and up for Ryan. Yep, I use first person mode on that. I go from the 1 hour and go to the 30, and then go out to the 1 hour, and then I look for the 4 hour chart for the true trend, and I go back to the 1 hour. I instantly leave my screen on the 1 hour for everything. And if I don't enter on the 30 minute, that's fine with me. I just enter on the 1 hour. When I see RR on the hour chart, I know it's the evening star and morning star pattern on the 30 minute chart. Yeah, you can backtest that. Every time a morning star, evening star pattern happens on the 30 minute chart, RR will happen on the H1 chart. If a morning star, evening star pattern happen on the H1 chart, RR is gonna happen on the H4 chart. If a morning star, evening star pattern happen on the H1 chart, RR is gonna happen on the day 1 chart, and so on and so on. I chart watch a lot. I'm not weird. Yeah, I'm just really, really like, I've done this for a while now, so it's easy. You don't need Steve Morrow to like learn all this stuff. Like, once you self-teach yourself, you will learn everything in the marketplace. But I do give him props to creating these indicators, because if it wasn't for these indicators, I probably wouldn't have realized all these moves. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying like I'm the only one that really probably only knows this. I'm pretty sure there's somebody else out there in the world that figured this out. But once you figure this stuff out, it's pretty easy. All the moves happen outside of the session boxes between them at 7 GMT to 13 GMT, correct? Well, not all of the moves, but that's just one of the moves. The next move you're looking for is at 15 GMT. If no reversal happens, then you can ride that wave. But, yeah. Let's just say if it's a bullish trend riding for a while, from London session at 10 GMT all the way to 19 GMT, or a bearish trend happening from 10 GMT to 19 GMT, 99% of the time, it's going to do the opposite at 19 GMT. Well, for example, if it's bullish, it's going to go bearish at 19 GMT. And if it's bearish, it's going to go bullish at 19 GMT. 99.9% of the time. So, that's just one of the tips that you would catch. Yeah, I leave my trades in for the week. I don't really close them out. You catch a lot more pips, but if you catch the day moves, you could double up pretty big. I'll do high volume at the weekly, and I'll go high volume during the middle of the week, and I'll just ride a nice stack. You can make way more than $1,000 a day. Because this is saying the market moves 6,000 macros. You only catch 6,000 macros with one order at the weekly. But if you're catching the days sessions in between, for those 6,000 macros, you make an additional 6,000 macros. So now you packed up 12,000 macros. You're welcome, Frank. Correct, T. Wait for the high reliable reversal pattern, and you always do it at 3rd level or 4th level. Always count your levels. Yeah, let me go look at USD CAD. I know it was doing an uptrend not too long ago. This is fun. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, and this just did not have no chill. Did a W, continued. Wow. Damn. First double top. This is the W. This shit is going up. That's a double top. It's right now on the 200 moving average and then reverse outside of the box. Also, it's getting gap down on Sunday open. And then it's just start shooting back up to hit the weekly high again. Yeah, that shit's still going up. It's trying to do an M to the high, but it's not getting it, so it's gonna do a W and then go back up, and then try to catch a correct high. At first, this looked like a head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, and you think it's gonna drop. If it gaps down hard enough on market open, it's gonna be between these two pillars to consolidate, and then if it goes back up, it does. But I don't know what's gonna happen. The grease thing is messing up the market, man. All right, anybody else got questions? Oh shit. Oh, man, when you watch the charts a lot, you figure that shit out. But when the market on the H1, it's only on the H1 chart you can really realize it. When the candle's bullish, when the weekly high and the weekly low open on the Sunday, it acts as a strong resistance or a strong support. So if it's a bullish candle, it acts as a strong resistance so hard that the market just, shoots right back down in the opposite direction. And the market gaps every Sunday, so it's going to gap down. If the candle is bearish, the weekly low is going to act as a wall, or a super strong wall, and the market is just going to gap up bullish. And then it's going to go down. It does that every Sunday. That's another trade. I'm telling you, man, I know all the tips and tricks. I don't use feds or harmonics or any of that crap. Like, I don't need it. I keep it simple. Once math is starting to get applied in any of this forex stuff, I will lose my mind and I'll be like, hell no, complications. And you don't need that stuff. You just need this. Price action and time zone trading and understanding the moves between the session boxes. Reversal patterns. Like, it can't get any more simple. It's like, if you teach this to a little kid, and he can make money from it, trust and believe he will kill forex. Why is that? Because he's going to be able to buy a whole bunch of video games, and he will do it, or she will do it. Like, it's just shapes, guys. It's just what you got to think of it. Like, hey, let me go look at patterns today, and know when the moves are going to happen at the time. H1. Everything that I was talking about today in this video is dated to the H1. All right. Anybody else got questions? If you see a W happen to the high, by the way, I just want y'all to know that market is still going up in the uptrend. Do not think it's reversing. Please don't do that. And then it's vice versa. If you see a M happen to the low, I just want you to know the market is still going in a bearish trend. Do not think the market is going to go back up. Please don't do that. All right, Moni, send me up. I'm an inbox away. I just want y'all to see how simple trading is, man. Like, anybody can be successful. The video is going to be pretty, this is probably one of the most simplest videos I have. Like, ain't gonna lie, the whole video of me talking, and you could tell that I was bored talking about it because, like, it's really just simple. Like, I put myself to sleep trading, and I put myself to sleep sometimes talking about it. I don't know if I've been doing it too much, but it's really that simple. And I have to keep disciplining myself about it. What's good, Kendrick? But I gotta keep disciplining myself because Q put this in my head, man. He's like, "Yo, Ryan, boring trading is expert trading." I'm like, "Shit, shit is boring." When you understand like how simple this is, yo, it gets boring trading. Like you literally just look at the chart like, "Shit, is a move happening right now?" You get excited when you're up in a lot of money, but that's the adrenaline rush. Or when you're negative as hell, your body starts flaring up, and you panic, and then you're really, really up. But other than that, waiting for the setup, you will fall asleep. Be in an area that you're not gonna fall asleep. I trade in my bed, watching TV. I think that's my issue. Basically, 3 GNC, 4 GNC, 7 GNC, 13 GNC. Yep, exactly. If you make that a routine, like set your alarm clock for those times. If you set your alarm clock for those times, you cannot fail. You will be up waiting for the reversal pattern to happen. And don't be surprised you wake up at that time on the dot. I might recommend you set it 10 minutes before the time happens, because once that time happens, you might see a spike. And you'll be like, shit, I missed the move. It usually spikes at those times. I don't know why, it just do. Like, time zone training will just clear everything up. People using, Renkos, all this stuff, and it's like, you only need to know the time and kind of moves. It doesn't matter what the market wants to do. Like, if a market maker wants to change this up, they can. But the reason why it happens at certain times, those are certain times people wake up to trade all across the world. That's why it's volatile at those times of the day. That's the only explanation of that. Anybody else got questions? Yeah, you get up before 3 a.m. You definitely want to do that. Because if you're not doing that, you're missing out on money when you get up on time. It's better to get up before time. Oh, shit. Alright. Anybody else got questions? Because my computer's starting to freeze up. I don't know why this is doing that, but if it starts acting up, I can't really see anyone else's questions. Actually, y'all screwed right now. It froze. Wait, we're good again. Alright, so you probably want to. Well, honestly, with Forex Broker Incorporated, you can do a flip account with them, but you can scalp. Just that you can't really do super high volume, like how you can just go ham. But if you can trade a standard, honestly, on account, and the account can hold a standard, you can flip $100 or $200, $300. But with FBI, you get a 1-500 leverage if you email them, and for every $200 in your account, you can do standard. So, more of the story, if you have $300 in your account, you can flip your account. You don't need $300 in your account to cover just a little bit of equity difference to make a $1,300 day with 1,000% increase. And if you wire them $300 and you're on a VIP program or whatever program that they have, you get 35% bonus. So, pretty dope. $300 in your account to do a flip account with Forex Broker Incorporated, FBI. For every $200 with a 1/500 leverage, you can do one standard lot. All right. All right. So, no, this is gonna be on the website. The template I already put in files, but the recording is gonna be on the website. I'm gonna try to upload it tonight if I don't pass out, because I got dry read to do in a couple of hours. You know what? If anybody got questions, just hit me up. I'm gonna start the webinar because I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, my eyes are heavy, my Asian side is coming out, looking all chinky. So I'm gonna holla at y'all. You know, just focus, stay focused, look at your notes, and have a great weekend. And happy 4th of July. Yeah, I can only be drinking tomorrow. I ain't even gonna lie, I was drinking earlier, so that's why I'm not even like energized. But hit it up. Inbox. Shit, it froze.